Can she stop talking about Bruno? The internet divides after Blackpink's Rose reveals her fiery argument with Bruno Mars. There are interviews that entertain, and there are interviews that ignite an entire internet firestorm. Rose, the golden voice of Blackpink and one of K-pop's most recognizable icons, managed to do both in her recent Vogue feature. When asked to share an untold story about her collaboration with Bruno Mars, Rose didn't hold back. What followed was a confession that caught fans, critics, and the entire pop industry off guard. "Oh my God, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this," she began, laughing nervously. "But I had a huge fight with Bruno right before we shot the music video. We made up on set though, everything's fine now. He's going to kill me for saying this. No more fighting, let's stay friends." A lighthearted anecdote, right? Not quite. Within hours, her quote went viral, sparking headlines, memes, and a wave of polarized reactions across X, formerly Twitter. Some found it refreshingly candid, proof that even pop megastars have creative clashes behind closed doors. Others accused Rose of milking the Bruno Mars story to stay in the spotlight. Behind the glamour, the story of APT. To understand the storm, you have to understand the song. Released on October 18, 2024, APT became the breakout global anthem of Rose's debut solo album Rosé. The track, co-written and produced with Bruno Mars, fused K-pop sleek production with Bruno's soulful funk, creating a sound that transcended borders and dominated global charts. Inspired by a popular Korean drinking game where players chant APT while linking hands, the song cleverly plays on the dual meaning of APT, both apartment and affection. Its hypnotic chorus, addictive rhythm, and subtle cultural layers made it instantly iconic. The result? APT top charts in over 50 countries, from the US and the UK to Indonesia and Sweden. It spent 12 non-consecutive weeks at #1 on the Billboard Global 200, becoming not just Rose's second global #1, but also the longest-running international chart topper of 2024. At the 2025 MTV Video Music Awards, the song made history, earning Song of the Year and marking Rose as the first Korean artist ever to win the award. PT wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural moment, the kind that blurs the line between pop and phenomenon. The interview heard around the internet. So when Rose casually dropped her fight with Bruno revelation, it was like striking a match near gasoline. Social media lit up instantly. Some users playfully joked, quoting the viral Encanto meme, "Can she stop talking about Bruno?" But others were less amused. Critics claimed Rose was riding the Bruno wave, constantly referencing their collaboration rather than focusing on her own artistry. "She keeps bringing him up like she can't exist without him. She's talented, sure, but it's starting to sound like obsession." These comments echoed across fandom spaces, suggesting that the partnership, once celebrated as a creative powerhouse, had become overexposed. Others pushed back fiercely, defending Rose's right to speak about her work and her creative process. They argued that no one questions male artists for discussing their collaborations. Why should she be any different? She co-wrote one of the biggest songs of the year, one fan tweeted. Of course she talks about it. It's her work too. What began as a fun behind-the-scenes confession quickly evolved into a larger cultural conversation about gender, fame, and how female artists are often policed for how they tell their own stories. A pop star under the microscope. This isn't the first time Rose's words have sparked discourse. Known for her sincerity and openness, she often blurs the boundary between artist and human, something fans love and critics love to dissect. Her success has made her both untouchable and endlessly scrutinized. Every sentence, every offhand comment becomes a headline, a battleground for interpretation. But perhaps that's the price of authenticity in a world that thrives on perfection. Rose's candid nature, the same honesty that draws millions to her music, also exposes her to waves of online speculation. And yet, amid the noise, one truth remains clear. Rose's impact is undeniable. Beyond the drama, what APT represents. The APT collaboration was more than a duet. It was a meeting of two worlds, a cultural handshake between soul and Hollywood, K-pop and soul pop. In an era when music often feels engineered for virality, APT felt alive, pulsing with real emotion, human imperfection, and creative chemistry. So yes, maybe she talks about Bruno, Maybe she laughs about their argument. But behind that story is an artist who isn't afraid to show the messy, unfiltered side of creation. And that's what makes Rose different. Not just a voice, but a storyteller. Not just a pop star, but a global symbol of what happens when vulnerability meets vision. The internet will keep arguing. Fans will defend, critics will dissect, and headlines will keep spinning. But while the world debates whether she should stop talking about Bruno, Rose keeps doing what she does best, turning every moment, even a fight, into something unforgettable. Because in the end, APT isn't just a song. It's a story, one built on rhythm, risk, and the rare kind of honesty that keeps the world listening.